I've heard you mention how certain types of sound overtones can apparently slow the progression of Parkinson's disease. What kind of music activates the body's healing system? What else do you recommend to stop or slow the progression of the disease? Answer. Parkinson's disease is a degenerative neurological process affecting the substantia nigra, a small area of cells in the midbrain. Loss of these cells results in a reduction in levels of the neurotransmitter dopamine and upsets the balance between dopamine and another brain chemical, acetylcholine. The most familiar signs of the disease are resting tremor, trembling, of the arms, legs, jaw, and face that decrease with movement, generalized slowness of movement, stiffness in the limbs and trunk, rigid facial expressions, and problems with balance or gait. Mental function can deteriorate in advanced cases, and depression is common. Several small studies have suggested that music therapy can slow the progression of Parkinson's. One of the best-known clinical trials, from Italy, found that music therapy positively affected movement, emotions, and quality of life among a small group of patients. Other research has suggested that some types of music can stimulate production of dopamine and serotonin and other neurochemicals involved in Parkinson's. There's not one type of music that helps everyone. Music therapists report that with each patient, they must try various rhythms or music styles to see which ones help with walking, balance, and movement. However, sometimes slow, rhythmic music can help promote relaxation and sleep among patients who would otherwise be wakened by involuntary movements. Consider working with a music therapist to investigate whether music benefits you. To learn more, visit the American Music Therapy Association at www.musictherapy.org. On your own, however, you can listen to various types of music to see what helps you move, prompts you to sing, and thus strengthens your voice, or helps you relax and sleep. While there's no cure for Parkinson's, a variety of drugs including L-Dopa, levodopa, and Sinemet, carbidopa, can slow its progression and help manage symptoms. L-Dopa is converted to dopamine in the brain. Sinemet prevents L-Dopa from being broken down before it reaches the brain. Findings from a small study, with only 80 participants, at the University of California, San Diego suggest that taking 1,200 milligrams per day of coenzyme Q10, CoQ10, can also help slow progression of the disease in its early stages, although these are very high doses and quality supplements can be quite expensive. Before we can say for sure that CoQ10 helps, the results must be confirmed in larger studies. For other tips on managing Parkinson's disease, see the website of the American Parkinson Disease Association at www.apdaparkinson.org.
The watching, interacting, and participation of any kind with anything on this page does not constitute or initiate a doctor-patient relationship with verypudic.com. None of the statements here have been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA. The products of verypudic.com are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information being provided should only be considered for education and entertainment purposes only. If you feel that anything you see or hear may be of value to you on this page or on any other medium of any kind associated with, showing, or quoting anything relating to verypudic.com in any way at any time, you are encouraged to and agree to consult with a licensed healthcare professional in your area to discuss it. If you feel that you're having a healthcare emergency, seek medical attention immediately. The views expressed here are simply either the views and opinions of verypudic.com, others appearing and are protected under the First Amendment. Verypudic.com promotes evidence-based natural approaches to health, which means integrating her individual scientific and clinical expertise with the best available external clinical evidence from systematic research. By individual clinical expertise, I refer to the proficiency and judgment that individual clinicians acquire through clinical experience and clinical practice. Verypudic.com does not make any representation or warranties with respect to the accuracy, applicability, fitness, or completeness of any multimedia content provided. Verypudic.com does not warrant the performance, effectiveness, or applicability of any sites listed, linked, or referenced to, in, or by any multimedia content. To be clear, the multimedia content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health providers with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have read or seen in any website, video, image, or media of any kind. VeryPUDic.com hereby disclaims any and all liability to any party for any direct, indirect, implied, punitive, special, incidental, or other consequential damages arising directly or indirectly from any use of the content, which is provided as is, and without warranties.